Hi, and welcome to Budget Beauty's The Breakdown. I am Lindsay Beatty, and I'm the creative force behind Budget Beauty. And I decided I was going to do a breakdown of this look and that I'm wearing today. I have been doing little short reverse videos for the breakdown now for a couple of weeks. And so um, you guys know the drill. This is a reverse talking discussion point about the makeup that I used for a specific look that I did for today. So, let's get started. So, as you can see, I color coordinated this, and I have, so you can see in camera, I have my hair scarf on. I have on a mint color skirt that you can't see on camera, which is why I kind of wanted to start with this part first and tell you why this is important. And I have on two different colored blues. Um, I have on a mint colored skirt that matches this hair scarf. So that's what drove the look for today, was that mint color. And so I decided I wanted to use an old favorite that I hadn't used in a long time, because I haven't worn mint, the color mint, in a couple of months, because I tend to associate that with spring, and it's just now getting to be spring. So I was like, okay, well, I'll wear that today, and I'll pull out an old favorite for the color palette that I want to use. So to get started, I used, as usual, the this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the original formula, not the anti-aging. I'm slowly using this up. I'm getting to the point where I'm now having to like squeeze. That's why you see this is indentation in here. Um, I'm getting to the point where I'm having to squeeze it from the bottom, so it's almost time. But I already have another container, because I bought two of the regular original, and then I bought one of the anti-aging. So I use that to do my base, and then keeping in the theme with the eyes, I use this is the ColourPop cream gel eyeliner, and to cut my crease. And you can kind of sort of see it. It's a little different than the eyeshadow that I used, but you can kind of I cut it across the top. Um, this is in the shade, trying to see what, Icebreaker. And this matches almost perfectly with this eyeshadow. They are not made by the same people. I'm going to get to the eyeshadow in just a second, but they are not made by the same people. This is ColourPop, which, makes the excellent gel cream liners. I love these. Not expensive. Like I say, I have a million of these. And this comes in handy specifically with this mint color that I've been wearing. And I discovered that when I bought it, and I was like, ooh, I should probably buy some eyeshadow to go with this. And ColourPop did not have the eyeshadow color that I wanted necessarily. And that, I think they may have it in this eyeshadow palette that I have that's a blue, but I don't, I haven't tested the blue too much just yet. I've worn it once, and it wasn't a mint color that I wore. So there's that. Anyway, so for the eyeshadow, I used Juvia's Place. And this is called the Rebel Mints. This palette is really good. It is all eyeshadow. It is not a mix where they do the blush and the eyeshadow. This is all eyeshadow. And it's tiny. It's a little small palette. And it's one of the first ones that I bought from Juvia's Place early on when I started buying their eyeshadow. But as you can see, there are 4 colors in here. I know it's kind of hard to see, and my ring light's really kind of messing it up. Let me take my little film. I do keep my film on my eyeshadow palettes to help keep it in place and not get it everywhere. But this it comes with 4 palettes. I know that's really hard to see. That is really, really hard to see. I'm trying to block the light a little bit. But this comes with 4 colors, and for the look today, I used, I'm trying to think which one. I used this bottom one here, this one, and I used this one. This is a matte, and I wanted a shimmer, and this is a shimmer blue. And I used some of this, but you really cannot tell. You can't tell. These two shades up at the top are very, very, very similar. If I pull it back, you can see it a little bit better because it's not super close to the light. But yes, these two are very similar reading on me. They are very similar reading, and I suspect it's because I use this as the base for this. So as you can see, and I'll get in closer, there is a shimmer shade. It looks like there's no shimmer on, but I have shimmer on. It turned out super pretty. It read really well. I really liked how that turned out. I was very pleased. And I love this palette anyway. I absolutely love this palette because it is very mint centric. And I have this mint skirt and this kind of sort of teal sweater. I can use this mint palette and I can do some work with it. So, sorry, I'm trying to put this back so I don't forget to put it back. So that was for my eyeshadow. And then I, of course, used to cut the bottom crease down here on my lash line. I used ColourPop again, gel cream liner, which too, by the way, let me back up a little bit. That Rebel Mints palette, it comes off on the brush so smooth. I use my little tools, I have my little tiny brushes. I use that and it comes off on the brush so smooth, no fallout. There's no creasing going on. I have had excellent results all day long. That is the mark of some good eyeshadow, and it's not super expensive. If you can catch that on sale from Juvia's Place, do it. It is worth your while. But anyway, so the bottom of my lash line, continuing on, the bottom of my lash line here, I always put my black down there. This is, of course, the gel cream liner in the shade Swerve. Now, I discovered this morning I used up the absolute last of one of my Swerves. So, because remember, I had two Swerves. I had two pencils here of Swerve, and I used up one of them finally. So this one is the fresh one. It really has not been used. It's been maybe I swapped it once and used like them at the same time. So this is a fresh, brand new pencil basically. And it went on smooth. On my bottom lash, on my bottom liner underneath here, I added a little bit of Swerve, but I of course used my ColourPop BFF liquid liner in the shade Numero Uno. It's the black. But I did add a little bit of the Swerve to that bottom just to fill it in a little bit and give it a little bit more black definition to it. So moving on to the eyes, further on to the eyes, I went back to my old standby, my little favorite here. This is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara Primer. It did make my lashes pop. And I did add a little bit of the volume booster. I added a little bit on this eye because my lashes, when I put this on, my lashes were kind of just like, oh, you have on lash primer. I wanted them to stand up because I knew the mascara that I was using was not going to be like a full volume like I wanted to. So I did use a little bit of the Essence Volume Booster. That's what this is. I made sure I did put that. I put a coat of it on this eye. And so I trying to set my stuff back up again here. So for the mascara, the actual mascara, I used um I used my Yves Saint Laurent. Um, this is Lash Clash. It's in the shade 1. Um, it's okay. Like I say, for $32, I want better results here. But I use this. I did use this. And as you can see, they're kind of full. But the way that I got them to be fuller, the way I wanted them to be, I used my Essence Call Me Queen um, Dramatic False Lash Effect mascara. And I use this. I like the mascara, but as I learned and I confirmed for myself, I kind of already knew this, but I confirmed for myself, it's not really the mascara that you're using that makes your lashes be full and spread out. You want to comb through them and spread them out. What does it is the spoolie, the brush. The style of this brush specifically works really well with spreading them out and making them look full and big. That's what's causing the dramatic lash effect. And so once I realized that, and I confirmed this with a video from a makeup influencer that I follow, and he talked about this because somebody else talked about it in a video, and he was reacting to this video. It made sense. It made perfect sense, and I was like, "Oh, look at that!" That confirmed for me what I already knew. Was that those things go hand in hand. The brush type is what really does it. It's not really the mascara. The mascara itself is mascara. You want the brush. The brush is what's gonna spread depending on the shape of the brush, the space between the brush bristles and things. That's gonna change how the mascara is applied. So yeah, when they charge you $32, they're really charging you $32 for a brush. just be aware. And the name Yves Saint Laurent. So yeah. So then for the lips, so I lined it in black. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I did this. So that finished the eye part of things, and I liked how my eyes turned out. I was very impressed with that. And very pleased with my results for the eyes. For my lips, now I had to do a little bit of finagling. Now I had to make it work. So I lined it with this black NYX retractable lip liner. Okay, and you can see the black still. This is also, by the way, several hours later. I did my makeup at like 9:15 this morning, and it is now 6:48. So, this is after several hours, and me eating and drinking, and it's held up fantastically. So I didn't have any problem. Nothing moved. I didn't have any migration, no creasing. My lips were pretty good. So I used this black liner for NYX as the base for my lips, to outline my lips. And you can see that. Okay. Now, what I wound up also doing, because I realized as I put it on, it was reading entirely too dark. Like it gave gigantic black outline. So what I did was I then took my other NYX pencil, the brown here, in the color, I think this is, I'm trying to figure out what sand beige. I took this and muted that down because the black was too intensely black. So I decided I was going to use a black liner, but because usually if I do a nude color, which we're going to get to in a minute, if I do a nude color, I usually will do black. I take the back. I use a brown. And I'm learning how to alternate this and make it stand out. So what happened was that black, though, usually and I'm learning, the black has to be a subtle black. So I need to use, if I'm going to do the black, I need this very subtle pencil. The one that I use when I want a subtle crease cut up at the top. I use this pencil also for that. it's a very subtle, it's not a heavy black liner. So I need to do that. I would have to use that to do my liner. So what I wound up doing was, and I thought about this after I put it on, I was like, you know what? I should take this brown, and mute it down. Like, take some of that intensity away. And that's what I did. So that's why this is still, I mean, you can still see the black liner. It's still very strong black liner, but it's not as strong as it was. And I'm very pleased with, I improvised and I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Let's be a resourceful bear and let's take that down a notch. So I did. And it worked out nicely, I thought. So then the color that I used here, I bought this a couple of days ago. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Teddy Tint. Now, I've been seeing ads for it a million times, and I was like, you know what? We should go buy some and try it. I like Maybelline's lipstick. I have a lot of the Super Stay Matte Ink. I have a lot of that. I have at least 3 colors in that. One which I bought this weekend. So I was like, you know, I think I'll get the Teddy Tint, see how this works. So what I did was I bought this in the color Seductress. No, I'm sorry. This is Current Mood. Seductress is in the other one that I'm going to show in a second. I bought this in the shade color Current Mood. And what it did was, and I read the directions ahead of time of how to get the payoff that you want. So one coat was really kind of, I don't want to say sheer, but it was nude, but it wasn't like a loud nude like this is. It was nude, but it was very it was a muted nude. Okay. So I remember reading the directions, and the directions said 3 swipes. One is for kind of a sheer. 2 is 2 swipes, 2 coats is like you're building on it. So you're going to get medium coverage. And then 3 swipes is like full coverage. You are getting the nude. It's a buildable color. It's a buildable lip color. And it's very soft. 1 is very soft, 2 is kind of a medium, and then 3 is like, this is a nude lipstick. Okay. So, and I'm trying to find another one that reminded me. It was nowhere near as soft as, say, the Sephora brand Soft and Easy Matte. It's not as soft as that. That reads as a very soft pink on me, like the one that I have, and I'm trying to grab it real quick. This is what I was referring to. This is the Sephora Soft and Easy Pink, and this reads very, 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 very sheer and very soft. It is a very, they were not lying when they said soft, matte, and easy. So it reads very, very soft on me. This is not as soft. This was a little bit more coverage, even with the first swipe. So I like this and the color. And I'm going to tell y'all guys, I bought this in the Current Mood. I wanted this to be a nude, and it reads as nudish, like a pinkish nudish color on me. Most nudes read as pink on me, and that's because they have a pink undertone to them. So on my lips, which are like brownish, like a light brown, some spots are a little dark brown, but around my lip, around the line down here, that reads as a dark brown. But almost all nudes of a pinkish tone like that are going to read as pink on me. And as you can see, this is more of a pink undertone, because what I wound up doing was, to give myself a little bit more, I used this. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the color Seductress. So what I did was I mixed these two. I put this on first, then I put this on. And I kind of let it dry a little bit, and then I put this on and, did my lips like that. And this is the end result. And this is after several hours. I usually get great coverage out of Maybelline. I really enjoy Maybelline's products. I really enjoy their um, I really enjoy their lipstick. I remember Maybelline when I was in in middle school and in middle school and high school, and of course the commercials, the iconic commercials. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yes, I knew. So I'm familiar with Maybelline, but it's only been in the last year that I bought Maybelline products, and I like this. I like this Super Stay Matte Ink. I have it also. I bought it a couple of days ago in this red. This was fine. It went on fine. It was okay. Um, it's not my favorite red. That is reserved for NYX. But this is shade 20 Pioneer. This red. You know, I'm always down to try out a red lip, a matte red lip. I will always go out of my way to do a matte red lip. Like, listen, a matte red lip hates to see me coming because I'm gonna do it. Um, Seductress, by the way, is shade 65. That's what the little numbers on here say. So, yes, that was the look. I also too have the Maybelline vinyl liquid lipstick that's in the same the Super Stay. It's the Super Stay vinyl. And I've worn it a couple of times, and I found I'm not as much as a shiny vinyl girl as I used to be. The older I get, the more I'm more in love with a matte look for my lipstick. Um, and so I feel like I get better coverage out of it. I don't know, it's weird. But sometimes this reads as and sometimes I do want a vinyl look to it, so I will add lip gloss, but it's more often than not I'm going to go with a matte. So, that was the look because I did not do face makeup at all. And I don't need to retouch anything. This is one of the few times I've not had to retouch anything. So, I'm not going to retouch. Also, too, this is some really cute hair that I just got. I opened it up. I bought it a couple of months ago and I cut the bangs. I made them because I wanted Betty Bangs, some pseudo Betty Bangs. And so I cut them. And really, if we're going to have Betty Bangs, they got to be like up here somewhere. But I like this length of the bang. It's actually fine. It kind of does not want to see. As you can see, I have to keep kind of playing with it to get it to like be straightened and a curtain across. But I really like this length and I like the curl and the bob to it. I really enjoy this bob. I thought the bob turned out really cute when I put it on. I was like, oh, it's a cute bob. I get excited about that sort of thing. But I really like this look for today. I thought it turned out really cute. And it was a nice, cute little spring look. So that was all because like I say, I really did not do face makeup here. I didn't put anything on, and you can kind of sort of tell. I mean, you can see like my spots and whatever, but like you see, my face is fairly clear. It's not super and like I don't have a whole lot of acne going on. It's fairly clear. So I really like this look. I really liked how it turned out. I was very impressed with what I did. I actually made this work the way I wanted it to turn out, and it didn't take me long either. It took me probably about maybe 30 minutes, and that's waiting for stuff to dry and then picking out something and matching the color and doing all of that. So it took me probably about 30 minutes, um, maybe a little less than that. But I was very pleased with how this turned out. So I want to thank you for watching and come back and see more episodes of the breakdown and my looks. And you can see you can see pictures of this look in different lighting and how this works for me on my website, my blog at gaminginsurrection.com/darkgirl. And I have galleries of my makeup there. And you can see other YouTube videos and see my text reviews. I'm working on more of those. So right now I have the Wet and Wild up, and I am going to try to get some stuff up this weekend. So hopefully you will see more text when you go. I want to thank you for watching and come back and see me later. Peace.